Up, everyone? It's your girl, Gelbeauty-87 here, aka Grace, and it's time for another Why You Don't Need, because these brands keep playing with me. So in today's video, you all answered my poll over here on YouTube and on Instagram, because I put it on both places. And you all decided that we should go with the BH Cosmetics palettes to dupe out this new Oden collection that should have popped up over here. So if you like videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. I usually do a new makeup releases on Fridays, but my computer is down right now, so I can't edit those with the small screen that's on my phone. And then on Sundays, we would do a live and you all would tell me which palettes you want to base upon those videos. So I just decided to start doing polls until I get my computer fixed. I'm supposed to take it in tomorrow and get it checked out, so hopefully it works out and hopefully they can fix it. But if you like videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. I do a ton of videos like this. I also do a lot of fragrance videos. That's what's been going up lately. I know I did the new Sol de Janeiro, or the re-release of Copacabana. I did the Nosy body mist. I'm actually editing that right now when I get done with these eye looks. I did the Lake and Skye body mist, and I will have this series going up next week. If you like my fashion shorts, make sure you head on over to Fashion with Gelbeauty-87. That's where all my fashion content went. And I started doing more of like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and what do you call it, Five Below content over here. And it seems like you all have been enjoying that, along with me going into Ulta and Sephora to see what's new in store. So I'm glad you've been enjoying it, along with my dupe of the day and my fragrances for the week videos. But if you like the fashion videos, head on over to Fashion with Gelbeauty-87. I do long form fashion over there as well. Every Friday I have a long form fashion video going up talking about my thought process behind how I come up with my looks and whatnot. So a whole bunch of fun over there, along with fashion and designer polls. So make sure you check it out. Now let's get into today's video. So I should have all the, let me scoot over. I should have all the mock-ups pop up over here. So we have one with the Mimosa palette. I believe that's the spring version of the Alva palette. So originally she had this palette called Alva. That's actually the second palette I picked up from the brand. The first one I picked up was Solman. That was the first Oden's Eye video I ever did. And you all told me that I was the first black person you saw using Oden's Eye. So Oden's Eye has a special place in my heart with that, because I was one of the first black creators that you all like saw using the products and showing them to you. But anyway, this Mimosa palette is supposed to be for the spring palette, and then the blueberry one is for the summer palette, which I was excited to be able to pull this out and use it again. All these palettes, believe it or not, are still available on Beauty Base. So if you want to pick up any of these instead of picking up the ones from Oden's Eye, they would be much more affordable. I think they're like maybe $20 a piece, and that's like half the price of the ones from Oden's Eye. Then we have the Avocado Toast palette, which is supposed to do the fall palette. And then we have the Passion in Paris, which is for the winter palette. However, I do have some Oden's Eye palettes that are great alternatives to the Oden's Eye palettes that they recently dropped. So I'll show those right now as well, along with the mock-ups, just for you to get an idea. So then we have the Hey Reindeer palette here, which is a good alternative to the Alva, the spring palette. Then I have the Christmas Eve palette. And everybody loved their Christmas Eve and Merry Christmas palettes from Oden's Eye when they initially came out. I think it was like 3 years ago now. But this is a good alternative to the summer palette. Now, it's not going to be exact, because as you can see in the pictures, they have some differing variations, but I don't feel like it's enough to where it justifies you buying it. Then they actually had a couple of them for the last two palettes we're going to talk about. So I'll show a couple of them, even though I'm only going to show one palette, because I only bought one palette based upon what I had asked you all in the poll. But next we have the Hella palette. I feel like this would be good for the fall palette. Now, as you can see, it is orange over there, whereas with the one from the Hella palette is pink, but I feel like they could be similar enough. Then you also see the what is it, Stones and Rocks palette, I believe that's the name of it, and I feel like it could be a good alternative to the fall palette as well. It's just not going to have, again, that pop of red. I feel like that pop of red is the only thing that's giving it like a somewhat unique look to it, because otherwise there's still other palettes in your collection you can pick that aren't Oden's Eye or BH Cosmetics, they were just the brands that I knew I could find 4 palettes to match everything going along with it, so I chose those. You could probably do ColourPop with their monochromatic palettes as well. All depends on how much of the unique shades in each palette you'd like to see. Anyway, next I have the Soul Mine 2 Moon Wish palette. I feel like this would be a good alternative to the purple one. Now again, it's not exact to the winter palette, but I feel like it was close enough. I also put it with the Gems and Jewels palette just because I feel like they could be both similar. So those alternatives form the Oden collection that already exists. Somebody did ask me to do a look with these, so I might do the looks for Oden on my TikTok, so you can go there and check that out. But I know I'm going to do all the BH ones here because BH got voted the most here, and BH is the one that got most looked at on my Instagram. So without further ado, let me get into it. I'm not going to be able to zoom in the way I normally do, so I'll probably just sit really close to the edge so you can see me doing each eye look. But I'm going to go in the order of the palette. So I'm going to go off camera. I'll do Mimosa, then we will do Blueberry, Avocado Toast, and the Passion in Paris. So I will be right back. Okay, girl? Okay, y'all. So here we are on eye look number 4. I know you shocked because I didn't use any of the purple, but you know, I used one purple shade for the inner corner, but that was it. So here are the shades I chose from the palette. I wanted to do something that wasn't purple, especially since I knew I was gonna have to do purple when I did the Oden Eye video with the Oden Eye palette only having purple. So I wanted to utilize the other colors that were in the look. So I used these 2 shades right here. I used this one as my transition shade. I used this red on the lid, and we got this cute little halo line. This is the inner corner shade. So I tried to switch it up a bit with this one, and then the Oden Eye palette video on Instagram or TikTok, wherever I put it, will have the shades. So I'm gonna start off with the transition shade. Obviously, I feel like I could have did that off camera, but I wanted you to see it, so I'm gonna run it over there real quick. I'm using the Reindeer palette because if you all remember the new BH Cosmetics palette that had the improved formula do not have mirrors in them. They took the mirrors out. I'm assuming it's to save cost because as we saw, they ended up having to like close down, file for bankruptcy, and be sold to Makeup Revolution. So yeah, I feel like Makeup Revolution, I just bought them and took their formulas and then went over the day because you notice you haven't seen anything really come for the brand. Okay, let's start with the green shade now. And I just took that toward the front of the eye and moved it up to a certain part of the eye. I tried to keep enough space in the middle to where it's even. I hate doing halo eyes just because I always feel like I'm going to screw it up and there's not going to be, you know, enough space, if you will, between the two. So I'm hoping it's not an even and crazy looking when I get done with this eye versus the other eye. That's genuinely why I hate halo eyes. I'm always like paranoid that my eyes aren't going to be the right shape. I'll take the navy blue shade. Start on the outer V. I'm really shocked that it had these sorts of tones in it since it's supposed to be like mainly a purple palette. But I guess I get it somewhat. Even though I feel like this would have been like better for fall because leaves are changing colors and stuff like that. And you know, I don't see where the green comes in other than for like the Christmas tree. But I don't see where like this blue and other things come in. But blue goes really good with purple. So I guess I somewhat see like the vibe and the thought process going behind this look and this palette or whatever. Okay, y'all, I'm going to go off camera and get the glitter glue, put it on, and then I will come right back. Okay, I guess I get a little bit more because you gotta think winter is when Christmas comes, so I understand the green and the red in it now, but I still guess I just don't understand the blue other than it pairing well with the purple. But you all saw the picture of the palette early on, so this is like one of the tones that's in it. I feel like their red is a little bit deeper though. There seems to be a more like aubergine red, and I feel like this is more like a bright Christmassy red, if you will, even though it's Passion in Paris. Let's go ahead and put the inner corner shade in real quick. This cute little purple moment here. I feel like this is definitely a unique and wild, like crazy take on this look, but I wanted to, like I said, use colors that weren't the purples in the palette that I could like utilize to make a more fun and unique look. And I definitely feel like this is fun and unique for like what the palette actually looks like that you saw at the beginning of this video. But yeah, this is pretty much the finished eye look. I did pick some eyeliner that's blue and purple, put it up here. You all saw it in the summer look as well, because I said I wanted to add it because it matched the lid shade, so I did. So this is our final look of this series with these palettes. Like I said, on TikTok or Instagram, I'm not sure which one. I'll probably put it on both just in case you don't follow me on TikTok. I understand I rarely, if ever, like do a whole lot over there. I'm trying to get into it more, so if you're interested, you can go over there, check it out. I have exclusive fashion content over there that you'll never see anywhere else. But anyway, this is my finished eyes. So comment down below and tell me which look you like best. Do you like spring, summer, fall, or winter? I personally liked the other three. I'm not as crazy about this one as much, but like the purple person in me, like, it's mad that I didn't use the purple. But like I said, I wanted to give some context to the other colors that were in the palette, which is why I just went with this look as opposed to purple. But best believe I will be using the Moon Wish palette and making a purple look to make up for what this look is right now. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below if you'd like to see more content from me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.